race car is in. We are green at Atlanta.
Jesse Love getting a great start on the bottom. You see Josh gave him a little push. Jesse actually had his hand out the window.
And this place, it does take a few laps because your bearings are tough to figure out. The way this track is shaped is awkward in that you stay flat out the whole time. The entry into turn one, oh, Jeff Burton's got an issue down here. Harrison Burton going to the apron to avoid him.
What a save by Jeff Burton there off of turn two.
Cousins too close for comfort.
I love the spotter. We're fine. He's like, you're fine, not me.
Dean Thompson's got a left rear flat here, so that tire rub was too much. We'll see if it was maybe just if there was a hit that could have cut it down, or if they just have too much travel in the rear end right now.
He was running 14th. Was Thompson coming off that great? You look at Ryan Sieg right of your screen, hanging on to it, and there he goes. Caution is out for the first time today.
He does. What a save! Wow.
Yeah, and that's going to be good for Dean Thompson, who's on pit road right now. He'll be able to, even if he loses a lap, not lose multiple laps in that situation.
41 of Sam Mayer also on the attack.
You want to make something happen here. He's trying to. He just doesn't have any help. Here comes Justin Allgaier. I just don't think he's going to get close enough.
Well, and as Austin Hill pulled down off of turn two, that stalled both of those lanes out. It pulled Sam Mayer up.
34 laps led and a stage win for Austin Hill. He takes the first 45 lap stint of the race.
Oof, and that's a terrible feeling, but it's exactly what AJ Allmendinger did here to basically lose a chance at winning this race last year. If you let someone get to your outside, to that right rear, you are dead in the water when it's an outside line like that. And that was really amazing by Zilisch. But one thing you'll see from the RCR cars, they will start to move that grip, that groove up and be closer and closer to the wall in the middle so that you protect from that happening to you.
Yeah, I'll give you the bottom. I'm not going to give you the outside if I can defend from that. And once you're the car behind, if you can break the plane, if your front bumper breaks the plane of that car in front of your rear bumper, it's almost like you put a parachute on them. You start dragging them back, and it's indefensible. You can't hold them off.
And look at this. Talk about
I like it.
Battle up front, and you need it, right? You got to make a move, and here he goes. Out of line. Jesse Love down low, slides up in front of Austin Hill.
We're riding on board with Austin Hill right here, looking out the back. Jesse Love makes that look easy. Austin Hill doesn't defend, though, right there. Later in the race, you're obviously going to defend that. But I like getting the control of the race because I want to ride like this, and then I want to make Austin Hill try to figure out how to pass me. But I also wonder, is this Austin Hill, does he want this? Does he want to be in second place now at the end of this stage so he can figure out, can I make the pass? Can I make the right decision?
Give some love to Ryan Sieg. Had the early slide, saves the car. They got no tires when they pitted at the end of stage one, got some track position. He could get stage points here.
And if I'm the spotter for Jesse Love, I see him getting a little bit impatient here. Don't wreck your car right now. Even if you're not able to win the stage, let's get to the end of this. We won last week. We have another shot to win this week. Just because you got shuffled back, don't get impatient.
Oh, and Eckes is all into the back of Nick Sanchez at the top of your screen there. Was bumping him off at two again. I don't think he appreciated that block that he put on him off of turn two the lap before. He let him know, and the 48 was all over the place. As these two at the front are single file, but behind them, they're all over the place.
Yeah, and I want to see those cars in second, third, Sam Mayer and Creed. As you see, Creed goes to the outside of Sam Mayer right here. If they run side by side, that's exactly the position that Austin Hill was in at the end of stage one. He was able to win that. Those guys, they got to get lined up and get a run generated to get by him. As you see Mayer trying to get a run to get to the outside of, oh, look how loose he is on the entry to turn three. And
final time around, stage two. Austin Hill bringing him off of turn four. They're making a run from behind, but it doesn't look like they're going to get there. Wow, Mayer nearly had it get away from him. Austin Hill sweeps again. He's 4-0 in stage competition in 2025.
I was watching.
Final stage, front row, a couple of veterans, Austin Hill, Justin Allgaier.
Again, Sam Mayer, great pusher on these restarts, Parker.
He's on it. He's got the experience with it. He just knows how to time that perfectly. Nick Sanchez knew these cars just didn't have that. It was not to the rear bumper of Justin Allgaier, so they didn't quite get the run through 1 and 2 they were hoping for. We'll see how it goes down the backstretch. And there was two thought processes at RCR with those two race cars in terms of how they came set up. The 21 team focused a little bit more on handling. The two teams you saw win the pole by a large margin. They focused more on speed, so Danny Stockman, knowing that, says give them 4 tires, give them all the grip available available and use the speed of that race car to try to get back to the front.
Yeah, we don't need the graphic, Adam. I mean, we know they lead every lap at the draft.
It's a repeat of
unbelievable.
Whoa, 4 wide down here. Christian Eckes all the way to the bottom. That was wild.
Now, I'll say this too. Keep in mind, the double white with the red line down low, that is out of bounds at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Nothing wrong there, but if you go down there with your left side tires, advance your position, NASCAR will call you in.
See Sam Mayer give a huge shot to Nick Sanchez getting into turn 1. The 48 gets a little bit loose on the outside. Parker, the thing that's sticking out to me right here, though, whatever lane Austin Hill's in, that's the lane that's going forward. If he wants to run the top, that's the best lane. He goes to the bottom, that's the best lane. You see Jim Burton
says, I'm going to the middle.
3 wide.
he must have heard us saying, the 27 is a dog, because here he comes. 3 wide, he's going right down the boulevard, outside of the 4 of Parker Retzlaff. It's a little early, right?
It is.
Like, I mean, we've got 50 laps to go or close to it. You have to be patient, because if you're not there at the end, it just doesn't matter.
I think he goes back to what Jesse Love said. He's just going to try some stuff and see what sticks. I think the whole field took the same message right now because the Jeremy Clements are out.
Contact with Taylor Gray. Zilich is right there. Caution number 5.
Everybody gets a little more aggressive. You get the 3 wide.
Somehow, Connor Zilich, I don't think he had any damage there from that. Both those cars were coming towards his from the outside, and he somehow just slipped on by. We'll have to get in the replay to see how this all started.
Yeah, minimal damage, it looks like, to the 51 car. I saw the door was pushed in. Taylor Gray's in trouble, though.
Yeah, he got the worst end of it, didn't he?
Every corner looks like it's got some damage on that car.
But that's what happens when you lose track position, you're back in the pack, something goes wrong, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's a little early, right?
It is.
Like, I mean, we've got 50 laps to go or close to it. You have to be patient, because if you're not there at the end, it just doesn't matter.
I think he goes back to what Jesse Love said. He's just going to try some stuff and see what sticks. I think the whole field took the same message right now because the Jeremy Clements are out.
Contact with Taylor Gray. Zilich is right there. Caution number 5.
Everybody gets a little more aggressive. You get the 3 wide.
Somehow, Connor Zilich, I don't think he had any damage there from that. Both those cars were coming towards his from the outside, and he somehow just slipped on by. We'll have to get in the replay to see how this all started.
Yeah, minimal damage, it looks like, to the 51 car. I saw the door was pushed in. Taylor Gray's in trouble, though.
Yeah, he got the worst end of it, didn't he?
Every corner looks like it's got some damage on that car.
But that's what happens when you lose track position, you're back in the pack, something goes wrong, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Oh, you can see he already knows the tire's down, just trying to get it slowed down. But when you lose a left rear, you have 0 control of your car. It's steering from the backside. I'll tell you what, not much damage right there, though. They're going to be able to come in, put a left rear on that, or a set of tires on it.
And just at the top of the screen on the left side, you could see Mason Maggio got sideways. So he was avoiding Brennan Jones spinning. He's down on the bottom. It looked like he just somehow ended up in the grass. It's super slippery down there. It's full of just dirt and grime and tire debris and that sort of thing. So if you head down there with just a little too much speed, you can actually lose the race car, and that might have been what happened to Mason Maggio, but very little damage for him, or none.
Yeah, Adam, his race is not over. We still have 36 laps to go. That will not be the last caution in this race. If he can get this bottom line going, that car is just a big wreck.
Sam Mayer. Anthony Alfredo in the 42 gets a piece. Mayer been hanging up front all day long, and this damage is going to end his day.
We're doing really good.
A week after he finished second at Daytona. Here we go, 3 to go at Atlanta.
There's the connection on the bottom. Sammy Smith right in the rear bumper of Justin Allgaier. Can they clear the 21?
And they're going to stay locked together all the way through turns 1 and 2. Allgaier's got the lead right now as they come off of turn 2.
And it is okay to lock bumpers at Atlanta in the Xfinity Series. Here we go, 3 to go at Atlanta.
There's the connection on the bottom. Sammy Smith right in the rear bumper of Justin Allgaier. Can they clear the 21?
And they're going to stay locked together all the way through turns 1 and 2. Allgaier's got the lead right now as they come off of turn 2.
And it is okay to lock bumpers at Atlanta in the Xfinity Series.
Yeah, and I want to move up and block Hill. I don't want to let him get back to my outside. I don't care if Sammy's my teammate. I want to get in front of him so I can control this.
There down the backstretch, he did it, and now he's going to pay for it. Eric Almirola was able to push the 21 way out. We'll see if they have a run. Redsloff in the back of Almirola.
Look at Eric. Oh, I like that move, Eric, trying to get to the outside.
Oh,
gonna get the 21 loose right there. Entry to turn 3. Back to the inside.
Back to the white flag. Almirola out of line, down to the inside. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Next flag in the race. Sideways is Redsloff. Austin Hill back out front.
And now they're 3 wide behind them. Almirola is going to have to get a push from Justin Allgaier here to generate more momentum. I don't know how. Oh, Redsloff sideways. Big wreck.
Big crash down the back straightaway. If the caution comes out, the race is over. Right now, we stay green. Hill in front of Almirola and Allgaier. Here's Austin Hill, back to back to back. He does it again at Atlanta.
Wow. Now, you know, we've seen this last week where there were some races that were ended immediately as crashes happened and the caution came out. We saw the Daytona 500 was allowed to race out here. I think the inconsistency there is a little frustrating at times. I would like to see that sort of tighten up. I think there were some large hits in the backstretch there. I don't know if it really changed the outcome that you saw at the finish, but, you know, Austin did everything he should do there, and obviously just, he's incredible at this form of racing.